Okay, what is Linux? Linux is an open source operating system that was built in 1991 and released by Linus Torvalds from Helsinki. So let's just take a look. So, Linux Foundation is one of the places where there are a lot of fellows for the people who build and maintain and manage the Linux kernel, right? So Linux Foundation is one. There's so many. There's Red Hat. So Red Hat, their core offering is Linux. They're now owned by IBM, and I'll put the links in the links below. What is Linux? And it kind of goes into there. Also, Linux.com has been around for a very, very long time. DistroWatch. Now, DistroWatch is like a list of all of the most popular, it's not all of them, the most popular Linux distributions that are out there today. So Linux as an operating system with the GNU Linux kernel, right? So GNU Linux, right? So GNU is a part of Linux, and then you have the kernel, and then you have the tools, and all of these mismatch of items together build and become Linux, right? So the different distributions that are out there, you can find on DistroWatch, right? So you can also go to It's False and get a better understanding of what Linux is. If you want to just take a look at Linux journey and kind of deep dive in from getting started all the way down into networking nomad to DNS, etc., it gives you a high level overview, falselinux.com, a high level overview of what Linux actually is, right? How to Geek. Ubuntu Linux is one of the first entrants that many people, even me, when they first started using the Linux operating system on their own machines, many started with Ubuntu. And even you'll see some people with WSL on Windows, Windows subsystem for Linux, will actually use Ubuntu. So it's Canonical Ubuntu is a very popular introductory operating system that is very commonly used when people first start using Linux in the real world, right? And it's been around for a very long time, and you can use it on the desktop, the server, all manner of cloud providers, etc. And also another one that is a rebuild of Red Hat Enterprise Linux is Rocky Linux. So Rocky Linux is effectively the de facto replacement for CentOS. So CentOS used to be big back in the day. It was a free enterprise, free version of Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and that has now gone away. They still have CentOS, but I don't think many people are really using it. It went upstream. IBM just made a stupid decision, but it's fine because now Rocky Linux is here as a replacement and an alternative and a wonderful enterprise Linux operating system that's going to be around for a long time. And there are others, right? But the most popular ones that I would recommend is Canonical Ubuntu for the desktop, servers, cloud, development, testing. They tend to be the most compatible across many distributions, and then the distributions that will be most compatible by a lot of providers beside them would be an RPM based distribution, which would be Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and of course Rocky Linux, because it is a rebuild of Red Hat Enterprise Linux, 100% bug for bug. So that is introduction to Linux, and I hope that was helpful. Let's continue on.